Welcome to Inspirational Transformational TV show. Amy Whitney here today with my very special guest, Mike Bietsol. Mike, from birth, was told a lot of things. And for a long time, he believed what he was told. He believed that he was going to be vision impaired for his entire life. He believed that he was not able to learn, to read, to study, to educate himself. And he lived that life for a while until one day, Mike discovered something. He discovered that what no doctor was able to do for him, he could do for himself. He could heal himself with herbs, and that's just what he did. This is an incredible story from an incredible man. So sit back and enjoy the show. Mike Bietsol, welcome to Inspirational Transformational TV show. Amy Whitney here today with you. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Now, you've got an incredible tale to tell, and it starts from birth, your journey with your health issues. Now, do you want to let the audience know what you were born with, your basic journey through life, and we'll sort of take it from that point?
Well, I was born premature, and I was born with cuticle and abdominal cataracts.
Okay, so do you want to let everyone know what that is, like a cataract, what happens?
A cataract is a thin layer of skin on your eye that prohibits you from having vision.
Okay.
So the vision was impaired. I did have vision, but it was impaired.
Right.
Plus I had a high astigmatism, which deals with the lighting, and it goes into your eyes and also impairs your vision as well.
Right.
And what happened was, growing up, they didn't know, they knew I had the cataracts, but they didn't know what my problem was. I was born with other complications with mind and nerves and stuff, and didn't do too good. After that, because I didn't do too good in school, I had coordination and stuff, so I had deaf problems as well. So that was operated on when I was 4 years old. So after that, that was okay. But they still couldn't understand why I wasn't able to function properly. They knew I had the cataracts, but they didn't know, they thought I was retarded.
Right.
They thought I was slow. They thought I was in remedial schools my whole life.
Right.
They wanted to put me in mental institutions because they figured I had no academic ability.
And this is because of cataracts.
It's because when I was in school, I couldn't focus. I couldn't think. I couldn't, But there's certain other events that took place as to why I couldn't think. I came from an abusive background,
Right.
which, does impair your lifestyle.
Yes.
But the biggest thing with me was the learning. Why couldn't I learn? The biggest thing was reading.
Right.
I would read a book and I'd fall asleep.
Right.
First page, I'd fall asleep before I even finished it. And I could never figure out why that was. I always suspected that it could have been my vision because, as you can see here, this pretty sick.
Yes.
Now, this here is a miracle glasses.
Right.
Because I had the cataract taken out in this eye, and they said I wasn't able to put an implant in it because, one, I was too young, and two, the severity of the blindness that occurred as a result. So for 10 years I walked around with no vision in that eye. I had a contact lens, but I got infected and I wasn't able to wear it after that. But what happened was, during the whole time growing up, they all thought I was, slow. I went to a place called NTAC in Port Robinson for mentally, physically, and emotionally handicapped adults. And after that I got a job. And I've always wanted to do something more than just a job. And I couldn't, because I couldn't go to college, I couldn't pursue anything. And in 2005 and 2006, I had two operations. The one operation I had in 1988 was just to take the cataract out. The operation in 2005 was to put the implant in that eye. And then in 2006 I had the cataract taken out of my other eye, and then I had the implant put in then right away. And after the healing, I had to wait 6 weeks before I was fully healed and stuff like that. I waited, then I said, well, let me see now if I can read without falling asleep. I read without falling asleep 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages. Before you know it, I was at 150 pages. No falling asleep. So I said, well, in 2001, there was this thing at work, and the thing was where the insurance, even if you had an injury, you still had to come to work, providing you could still do a job. You go on light duty and stuff like that.
Yes.
Now I'm walking around with one blurred eye and one good eye. So I said, well, if I'm walking down the street and I get hit by a car and my other eye goes, I still got to come into work. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So what I did was, I said, well, if medical, conventional medicine won't help me, what will? Then I checked out herbs. And I read about milk thistle.
Yes.
And it said that milk thistle helps your liver, and your liver helps your eyes. The Chinese believe that the liver and the eyes are connected. And when I read that in the book, I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my prescription that I had in my contact lens, put into my glasses, even though they said it can't be done, and I'm going to have the bifocal prescription that's in the glasses put into that prescription on the lens. Even though they said it can't be done, I'm going to do it anyway. And I went to my place where I do my glasses, and I had her contact Denise Mason, who made my contact lens. And Denise Mason got upset at me through Ruth because she said, if I told that guy once, I told that guy 1,000 times, it's not going to work. You can't take the contact lens prescription and a bifocal prescription and put it in a pair of glasses because his eye is too far away from the lens on a pair of glasses. So everybody knew that. Because the lens on the glasses is too far away from the eye, there's no way it could be done. Everybody said that. So I wanted it done anyway. So they said, okay, we'll do it. I'll give it to you just to shut him up and get him off your back. So then she contacted the place where she deals with that makes her glasses. Ruth deals with people out of town. So she called them up and they told her it can't be done. And they said, well, the guy's bugging me. He wants it done. You know, he's in my case. He says, okay, we'll do 1 pair of glasses for him to shut him up. When he finds out it doesn't work, then we won't need to do the other pair for him.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So they shut me up. They went and they took a month to do the prescription. And it was this prescription here in these glasses. And so it came, I went to pick them up. Now during that month, I was doing milk thistle, eating a lot of green vegetables. No pastas whatsoever, no starches. It was just fruits, vegetables, proteins, and the milk thistle. And I lost like 20 pounds. And when I went back that month later, I got the glasses, I put them on, I was able to see perfect.
Wow.
Ruth was amazed, and a year or so after that, I went to Dr. Yade. After they made these glasses, they turned around and they made these ones.
Right.
Now these ones didn't have the bifocal. These ones do have the bifocal. These ones I've changed since. I've changed the prescription in them since.
Yes.
But this one I haven't. Because I like the idea. These are the ones I created with the milk thistle. So I like to keep them the way they are. No change.